Greetings everyone, my name is Dan, aka Pollux and I am here doing a mod spotlight for you guys. I am going to be taking a look at Codemasters Pirates mod. I am here on my fancy pirate ship. Got the whole set. There's a bunch of stuff down below, but we'll take a look at that in a minute later. That's not really the point. Anyways, the point is all of these awesome things. This mod is pretty big. It adds a fair number of pretty cool things. So we'll get started with some of the basics things you can craft. Start off, you're going to need one of these. It's a smelter. It's pretty simple, an iron bucket surrounded by clay. I'll take this out. And you're also going to need this coal and this iron here. So this works looks very much like a furnace. You throw coal in this fuel. Put iron. It doesn't have to be iron ingots. It can be anything made out of iron. Iron doors, iron bars, all sorts of things. I don't know if iron tools work, but anyways, it gets you this slag iron. Once you get that, you can take these slag iron and craft them into various other slag bits. You're going to need these molds, which are clay and sticks, and combine them with the slag iron ingots in various ways to get these various bits. You can get barrels, chainmail, slag blades, and slag hooks. These are all components for other things I'll show in a minute. You might have also noticed these plates. You can get plates from anything made out of slag. These are the various different, you get like 8 per barrel and 5 per blade and so on and so forth. Once you have everything that you want to start crafting, you're going to get yourself this cooling rack here. So place this down here. The cooling rack also looks a lot like a furnace, but you're going to need some cooling agents in here. It does take fuel. You can use either water buckets or snowballs. So I'll throw some snowballs in here, throw the iron ingot just for fun, and you'll see it starts working. When it's done, it will give you the cooled version of whatever you put, the slag version you put in there. In this case, it is just an iron ingot. So once you've got everything cooled down correctly, you could start crafting. Now there are a few different things you can make, a few different weapons. So first thing you can make is a cutlass. Takes a couple of blades, put them on a stick, get you a cutlass. You can get a number of guns as well. You can get a flintlock, a pistol, a musket, and a musket with a bayonet added. These are all the crafting recipes. They're not too difficult to use, so I'll go ahead and grab the musket here. Now, to use the musket, you're going to need a shot. This is your shot. It's made with paper, one of these iron plates, and a gunpowder trail. Gunpowder trail is just made of some gunpowder. A little bit of gunpowder gets you 4 of these, so it's not very expensive at all. So, take out some of these, show you how the guns work. You hold the gun down. After a little while, it'll click and swing like that, and then you are ready to fire. So it does a good amount of damage. So you notice if you don't hold it down long enough, it won't load. There you go, it loads and fires. So it's pretty cool. Now next, we've got some fun things here. We've got grenades. Now grenades are a lot of fun. They are a little on this expensive side, needing a gunpowder and 3 iron plates plus a bit of string for each one, but they are really cool. First of all, thing you will notice is they do not destroy blocks, so you can just chuck them everywhere. They're fantastic. They do a lot of damage as well. It's daytime, so I don't think we'll find any mobs, but you notice you can throw one down at your feet. Look at that explosive force. Throws you way up in the air. This thing would probably kill me if I was not in creative mode immediately. So that's really fun. Now, next thing is these kegs. Now, keg, this is essentially, look, it's a bunch of wood with gunpowder inside. So you might imagine what they do. Get this gunpowder trail, and I will come over here and show you guys. Now, it's called a you notice it's called a gunpowder trail, and of course this is for a reason. So if we take this, set this here, you can lay down this gunpowder essentially as a fuse. Now, this becomes a fuse to a set of redstone. You lay gunpowder down to light off your powder keg. Now the difference between powder kegs work a lot like TNT, except that they do not have any delay whatsoever. So you light the fuse, goes nice and quick, and then immediately, as soon as the fire hits the powder keg, it goes off. So that's pretty cool too. That's all the weapons and cool things like that. There's a lot of really creative things you can do with this as well. or utility things. So you get a couple of hooks and some of these things, and you know, the rest of this. You get a spinning wheel. Put down the spinning wheel. I'm gonna need this cloth. The spinning wheel will turn cloth into string first of all, but it does need some fuel. Apparently, I didn't get the proper fuel. I'll take this wood plank because it needs wood. But you need to be real close in order to use this thing. That's a little bit of an issue, but so it needs wood and iron as a fuel of sorts. So you put this wool in here, and it'll start working. Now, this is the idea of this, according to Codemaster, is that it is hand cranked. So that's why you have to be so close to it. You notice that when you get even a little far away, it just stops working altogether. So you got to stand real close to it to let it work. A little annoying, but it's a spinning wheel, so I guess it kind of makes sense. So one wool will get you 2 strings, so not quite as much as it takes to get wool out of string, but you can put string back in here. You notice, and it does other things. So these 3 string, I believe. We'll see in a second. Yes, 3 string gets you a rope. Now, rope is another agent used to craft all sorts of things. You can use rope and some chainmail and hooks to get yourself a net. You can use the rope to get rope ladders. I'll show those in a minute as well. You can use these hooks, iron plate. You get a boarding axe. You can also use rope, more hooks to get a tether. The tether is used with the boarding axe. I'll show both of those in a second as well. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention: this chain up here. This chainmail, as you might guess, you can use that to make chain armor, just like normal armor crafting recipes. Also down here, oh, that's some food stuff. We'll show food stuff in a second. So we'll show off the nets and the rope ladders here real quick. Okay, guys, so I spawned myself a few spiders here. I'm going to show you the net. You hold down the net, draw it back like you do a bow. You can shoot it at the spiders once they stop moving. And look at that. And they're super slow right now. He is not liking me very much, but he is not moving quickly at all. So it gets it's real easy to trap these things, do other things to them whatever you need. I should probably have gotten my sword out to deal with these guys. But you can break these as well. You can break them back down as well, so not a huge issue. Come on, spider, die. I think they slow down players as well, including yourself. Yeah, so I was slowed down there for a second. Come on, spider. There he goes. Okay, so that's how the nets work. Now, next on the list is the rope ladders. So I'll show you the rope ladders. Well, actually, I'll show you the tether first. I've got a boarding axe and the tether, and we'll use this to get up here. So the boarding axe is used to climb up sheer surfaces. Oh, what have I done? Let's put that back down there. Okay. So you notice you're at a vertical surface. You hold down right click, and you'll just start climbing yourself way up here. Now, if you've got normally you would just, when you stop right clicking, you will just fall to your death. But if you shift right click, if you shift and then right click with the tether in your inventory, you just hold down, as long as you're holding down shift, you will just stay in place here. You let go shift, you'll fall again. But this is really good, really great for if you're spelunking and you find yourself in a ravine, or you're outside on the overworld, want to climb up a giant cliff. It's a super useful item. So we'll climb up the ladder here to up here, and I will show you the rope ladders. Rope ladders are just as cool in their own way. So you can kind of shift, hold down. Now, here's your rope ladder. It works exactly like a regular ladder, except when you... Whoops. Oh, why is it not working? Okay, guys, I figured out what the issue was. The issue is that I was holding down shift. So you got to be a little careful when you get up to the edge here. You can shift over, but you let go of shift. If you're not holding shift and you right-click on the ladder while you're holding other ladders, you will place more rope ladders all the way down to the ground. And it will keep going until you stop, until it hits the ground level. Then there's your rope ladder right there. It's super simple. Now, you will notice that I placed this in a bad spot. Well, that's fine though. You'll notice that you will just walk right through the rope ladder if it's hanging down over something, unless you go up to it and you press shift. You go up right next to the ladder, you press shift, you'll start climbing it. It's as simple as that. Let go of shift, you'll start descending. Goes all the way back up here. It's a fantastic item. Okay, so now we're going to move on to things with food. This mod adds a number of things you can do with food. The first thing you'll find anywhere sand spawns, you'll find this. This is a salt block. You break it with a shovel, I believe, and it'll get you some bits of salt, which can then be crafted back into a block if you like, just like so here. You can use this salt to salt food. You can salt steak and pork chops and fish to get you salted versions of each. Now this will restore, I bet, 2 extra bits of hunger, or one shank of hunger, whatever they're called, than their unsalted counterpart. Also notice these are cucumbers. You can salt cucumbers into pickles. Cucumbers are also added by this mod, and we will get to how to grow those in a minute. If you also use a net, you can also get a fish trap. Now I've got a fish trap already set up down here. You put the fish trap under the water as long as it's in a correct spot, you will notice it starts bubbling. Now you just let this sit, and it will start catching fish for you. It does have a maximum inventory of 4 at a time, so you can't just let it sit and catch stacks and stacks of fish. But it is still really cool and a much easier and less annoying way to get fish than just fishing, which I've always found to be a little tedious at best. Okay. Now moving on to cucumbers. The cucumbers are the new crop that's added by this mod. I will get down here and show you guys. I've got a little area where I've got some growing down in the very bottom of the ship here. This is the hull. We've got all sorts of resources stacked up. Now, what you need to do to grow cucumbers, you get some seeds, which are found in chests, only in chests, I believe. You need a 3x3 area of tilled dirt, with, of course, I think it has to be hydrated as well. So you plant your seeds in the center one here, and then you let it grow for a while. Once the middle one is fully grown, it will start sending out shoots to the 8 dirt blocks that are surrounding it. Then it will grow slowly, very slowly, from here to here to here. At this stage, I believe it is at adulthood, and then it will start flowering. Oh, there's a squid down there somewhere. It'll start flowering, then it'll produce cucumbers, and you can then harvest the cucumbers. Now, you harvest a cucumber with some shears. I would demonstrate, but none of these are currently have any cucumbers on them. But once you shear fully grown cucumbers, it will just revert back to this stage and grow a lot more quickly from there on out. So it takes a long time to get your first cucumbers, but once it's going, then it'll go a lot quicker. Now, cucumbers are great because they are eaten immediately. They only restore 1, maybe 2 shanks of hunger anytime, but they are eaten immediately. Now, pickles, I think, restore even less hunger than cucumbers, but pickles cure status ailments. They cure, I think the same way a bucket of milk does. And also they can stack, and also they are eaten instantly. So they are super useful. Now, that's about all the things you can do as far as crafting and other in growing goes. This mod also adds a number of world gen stuff, and I'm going to go fly around for a minute, see if I can't find some of that, and get right back to you guys. Okay guys, so one of the first things you might find, or one of the most common things you might find, are these underwater plants. Now all this green stuff you'll find growing, this is kelp. You'll also find coral of various colors. The coral emits some light as well. And you'll also find somewhere, you might find sea anemones. I'm never quite sure how to pronounce that word. I'm not seeing any immediately, but you'll find some of those in here as well. Now, none of these all of these have one particular use that I will try and get to eventually. Anemones also kind of act like cactus in that they hurt mobs that might touch it. So if you got some mods that add a bunch of aquatic mobs or something like that. But otherwise, that's about it as far as plant life goes. It's kind of cool. It adds a little bit of life to the undersea. But now we're gonna go try and find some of the structures that you might find. and here's one right now. This is a pirate ship. Now, these pirate ships are they're not difficult to find. These are added by, these are Codemasters pirate ships, as you might guess. They're pretty simple, but you know, they're straightforward, they work. And they also have their own special mobs. Now, these are pirates, even though they look like zombies, they're pirates, trust me. These ones have cutlasses. Oh, I'm not sure what that. Oh, it must be spawning these mobs somehow. You might also find some mobs with, yep, here they are, some pirates with guns, and I think there is also one other type as well. Now, each pirate ship does have a treasure chest in there. You'll find a bunch of really cool stuff, a lot of things from this mod. Gunpowder trail, here's your cucumber, there's a bunch of shot. Now, the big thing, though, is these pirate medallions. Now, these pirate medallions are really cool. Now, these pirate medallions allow you to enchant things, but not just anything. Can it be used to enchant a very specific type of armor? I will try and find a place to find that armor in a minute here. But first, almost fell down. First, the other structure you'll find, in addition to the pirate ships, you'll find these sea rocks. Now, these are just kind of little spires that come out. Of the sea. Okay, well, I didn't manage to find one, but apparently sometimes if you mine into these spires, then you might find a pocket of air kind of inside of them. Or sometimes you might find a pocket of even better things. A bunch of ores, maybe some glowstone, maybe even something better than that. But anyways, the last structure you might find is right over here. Now, this is a sunken pirate ship. You see, you see this chest here? This is a chest. Oh, and that's a ghost pirate. It's a ghost pirate that's messing with me. Oh, these things are nasty. These chests spawn the ghost pirates. Now, I'm not sure how to kill these things. Apparently, you can't kill them the normal way. According to the forum post, it takes something special to kill these guys. I'm not sure what it is. Codemaster doesn't actually say it, but if you got even if I did, I wouldn't want to say it because you guys should really work this out on your own. Now, this chest will have a bunch of cool stuff in there as well. If you do manage to kill these guys, they will drop ghost cloth, apparently. Now, ghost cloth will be used to create ghostly armor, and the ghostly armor is what you use these pirate medallions on. If you're holding a pirate medallion and and also a bit of armor and apparently some sort of reagent, that is how you enchant these ghostly armor. Now, the ghostly armor apparently doesn't give you very much in the way of protection, but it is extremely durable. I think he says 16 times the durability of diamond, which is insane. The ghostly armor can be repaired by using more of the ghost cloth, and it can also be enchanted by using this pirate medallion here. Now, I've gone ahead and got myself a full set of these ghost form is what they're called apparently, ghost form armor, and when you want to go and enchant it, you need one of these pirate medallions, as well as the armor bit and a reagent of sorts. Now, whatever reagent you want to use will determine the enchantment that you get. For example, if I hold this chest plate, I've got a iron plate as well as the pirate medallion in my inventory here. And you notice that my inventory is otherwise empty aside from the potion of night vision. So you right-click with the pirate or with the bit of armor. It uses up the medallion and the reagent, and you see now this thing has protection, which is awesome. You can use different reagents for different enchantments. The kelp, coral, and sea anemones will be reagents for various enchantments, so that's the uses for that. You can also, I believe, gunpowder trail get you fire protection, rope will get you feather falling, a couple other things as well. So that's about everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed this mod review. If you like this mod, you should definitely go and check it out. It's Codemasters Pirates mod. I'll leave a link to the forum page in the description. Go ahead and give it a download because support Codemaster. It's a really cool mod. He's done a lot of great things with it, and he's still working on it pretty actively as well. If you like this video, go ahead and like it, share it, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate all of that. leave a comment. Let me know if what any other mods you think I might like to take a look at next. Also, check out my series Eldritch Studies, which is a mod pack my friend Nathan and I have put together. We're having a lot of fun with that. And anyways, like I said, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.